Hello my dear students, this is Ms. Basma. Today I'm going to explain to you novel The Prisoner of Zenda, Chapter 4, The Secret of CELLAR. And before starting Chapter 4, let's review the main points of Chapter 3. Rodolphe Rossendal, dressed as the King of Ruritania, arrived at Strelso, accompanied by Sat and Fritz. The city of Strelso was partly old and partly new. The new division was for the king, but the old town preferred Michael of Strelso. At the train station, Rossendal noticed Antoinette de Maubin, the woman who traveled with him from Paris. Rodolphe Rossendal was crowned as King of Ruritania by the priest. Princess Flavia, the king's cousin and fiancée, along with Black Michael, received the new king. Finally, they all arrived at the palace. And as you can see in the picture, my dear students, Rodolphe Rossendal was crowned as the new king of Ruritania. Okay, let's start Chapter 4, The Secret of CELLAR. Colonel Sat and Rossendal decided to go secretly to the forest of Zenda, hoping to find the kidnapped real King Rodolphe V. While they were on their way, they heard the sound of horses' feet, so they quickly hid behind the thick trees. It was Black Michael and Max Hof, brother of Johann, the forest guard. During the conversation between Michael and Max, Michael received the message, "All is well." Then they set off to the castle of Zenda. Sat and Rossendal hurried to the lodge where they found the dead bodies of the old woman and Joseph. They looked for the real king, yet they didn't find him. Colonel Sat told Rossendal that he must play the king's role to save the real one, since Michael would never murder the real king and give Rossendal the chance to stay on throne forever. Sat and Rossendal firstly fought Michael's men as they returned to bury the dead body of Joseph. Two of these men were killed by Sat and Rossendal. And as you can see in the picture, my dear students, Colonel Sat and Rodolphe Rossendal were planning to go secretly to the lodge, trying to find the real king. And now it's the time for some questions to check our understanding. Question 1. Michael received a letter from Zenda telling him that all is well. What does this mean? Take 1 minute, my dear students, and think about the answer. And the answer is, it means that the real king was successfully drugged and taken by the guards as a prisoner to the castle. Question 2. The king goes to bed. He is tired. No one is to see him until tomorrow morning. Comment. Take 1 minute and think about the answer. And the answer is, Sat said these words to Fritz. He wanted Fritz to stay at the room of the king and no one was to see him until the next day when they could bring the real king back. Question 3. If you play the man, you may save the king yet. Go back and keep his throne warm for him. Comment. Take 1 minute and think about the answer. And the answer is, Sat said these words to Rossendal in the lodge after they realized that the real king got kidnapped. Sat wanted Rossendal to play the role of the king until they save him. Question 4. Michael's men returned to the lodge for certain reasons, but they had an unexpected surprise. Explain. Think about the answer. Okay. As they returned back to bury the dead body of Joseph, they were faced by Sat and Rossendal and involved in a fight with them. Question 5. We must get back and collect every soldier in Strelso. Comment. Take 1 minute and think about the answer. And the answer is, Rassendyll said these words to Colonel Sat while they were in Zenda Forest, after they made sure that the real king had been drugged and kidnapped by Black Michael's men. Question 6. Sat reassured Rassendyll that Michael would keep the king alive at Zenda. Explain. Think about the answer, please. And the answer is, he meant that Michael wouldn't kill the real king until he got rid of Rassendyll first. And that's all for today. Thank you very much, my dear students, for listening. Best of luck.